The Saddest Story Ever Told by Mark Parsons. Or anyone else for that matter. Carl was a policeman. The key word here is was. And also Carl, since that's the subject of the sentence. And also policeman, being the predicate nominative. That's fairly key. They're all keywords, really. Could maybe get rid of A if you had to. Carl was policeman, and for a time, he was very successful policeman. Any policeman could police the city in their police car, pulling over traffic violators for traffic violations. But Carl had a way of scaring them straight. And his way of scaring them straight, to be less vague about it, was to squint his eyes. Carl was known the city over for his intimidating squint. It was so intimidating. People he pulled over for speeding vowed never to speed again. Ne'er-do-wells vowed ne'er to ne'er-do-well again. Self-centered people vowed to let people in traffic and to give a wave back when someone does the same for them. Even when he would pull people over for having a brake light out, with one glimpse of Carl's squint, they would crumble and confess other crimes they may have committed, or just make one up if they hadn't. This all changed, however, when Carl was assigned to patrol the south end of the city during afternoon rush hour, a time when most motorists are leaving the city to get to the suburbs. As such, most of the traffic violators Carl pulled over on the south end of the city were southbound, which meant that when he went to the side of a vehicle to speak to the driver, he was always facing west, the late afternoon sun shining directly in his eyes. So, he began to wear sunglasses. But now, people couldn't see him squint. Everything changed. People seemed to respect him less now. Without his intimidating squint, Carl couldn't strike fear in the hearts of law-breaking motorists the way he used to. He eventually stopped wearing sunglasses so he could squint at people again, but then everyone just thought he was squinting because of the sun, which he kinda was. Carl became very distressed. If it weren't for that sun, he wouldn't have to wear sunglasses. If it weren't for the sun, people could see him squint, and see it as a non-sun-related squint. But if it weren't for the sun, no one would be able to see anything, period, so what are you gonna do? What Carl did do was become a mall cop so he could work indoors. This job, however, paid a lot less, so much that he had to postpone the wedding with Linda, and in the end, they broke it off altogether. Carl couldn't help but cry, even when he was on duty. To keep people from noticing, he began to wear sunglasses.